Hello lads, how are we? Got a pretty big game on, come on in just a second, let me get into the stream VC. There we are. Pretty big game on going on tonight. Sydney Gafs versus the Cream team. Now these two teams are incredible teams. Alright, probably right at the top of the league at the moment. Obviously Sydney Gafs, long-standing competitors for the final series. And the Cream team, a pretty recent come-up in terms of players and just all-around ability that they've been able to put out this whole season. Let's go ahead and just give a quick little breakdown of the team rosters that they've got. Let's take a look here. I'm down one monitor, by the way, so if I'm a little bit slow today, that's why. Alright. Sydney Gafs, managed by the one and only Ended. Lovely stuff. Followed up by Zemix, Levy, and Amy, who is yet to debut, still on the bench. Regardless, Ended, Zemix, and Levy, all fantastic players, and all very, very, very good in their own regards. Moving on to the Cream team, we also have Ramen, Rabbit, Joycey, and Fishman, who actually I've not seen quite as much of this season. I've casted a few games. He might have come on for one or two, but I don't think I've seen that many, to be honest. Either way, Joycey was a great pickup for them and has been proving his worth ever since they picked him up. And then, of course, Rabbit and Ramen, they've always been on the team. So it's going to be a big game with a lot of passing plays, a lot of solo plays from probably Ended and Zemix, Levy too, but it's really going to be a big difference in experience here. So Sydney Gafs have a fair bit more playtime and a fair bit more experience, obviously, and the Cream team have a lot of innate talent that they've been putting on display recently. I reckon it's going to be really tight. It's going to be a huge, huge game tonight. Alright, looks like that the lobby is up. I'll go ahead and get in now. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. Alright. I believe that we also... Oh, I've gone back to the loading screen, my apologies. I believe that we are moving into the final season very soon, so this could potentially be a preview for one of the finals matches. Lovely. Oh! Valerie, my guy!
Dazed Valerie donated 100 Australian dollars. New monitor for Cow Shawley.
Jesus Christ. Alright, he's back again. I've got a bit more composure this time. Lovely stuff there from Val. Thank you so much again. You don't have to do it, but I still love you for it, man. Good stuff. Okay, hopefully the game will start up soon. All players appear to be ready, and indeed it is. Sydney Gafs going forth with Zemix, Levy, and Ended. Meanwhile, the Cream team are going forth with their team of Joycey, Ramen, and Rabbit. Joycey and Levy on the face of the moment. Joycey goes this one back down to Ramen. Ramen with pressure from Levy. Tries to go up the short side, but Ended does manage to get a touch on that. Ramen, good defense there off of a shot from Ended. Zemix and Joycey currently contesting for the puck at the moment. Nearing the halfway mark. Comes out back for Ended at the moment for the Sydney Gafs. Behind goals. Ended looking to bring this one out. Goes down short side towards Levy. Rabbit does get a good intercept there. Ends up getting it back down behind the Joycey. Contested by Ended and taken away in the end for the Sydney Gafs. Ended over to Zemix, center of the field at the moment. Trying to get around Joycey, but Joycey comes up with a takeaway, ends up sending it back down behind goals, where Levy will reclaim the puck back for the Sydney Gafs. Levy moving this one up the field, trying to look for a good pass here, gets around Joycey, gets it up to Ended, and Ended sending that one up for Zemix, but he wasn't in position for that one. Zemix has to bat that back down to Levy. Levy trying to get around Joycey again, but Joycey putting on some good pressure at the moment, almost gets the takeaway, but Levy does get the puck back in the end. Gets it back down to Ended after a little bit of a contest there from the Cream team. Zemix right now pulls Joycey back down behind goals. Runs this one up, pass up to Levy. Levy taking the shot almost on point, but good defense there by Rabbit keeps the puck from sailing in. Ramen trying to get some good possession on that one. Ends up with Zemix passing down to Levy. Levy not able to get the finish that he wants. Gonna have to bat this one back perhaps. Ramen putting on some pressure. Levy gets around two. He's got an opportunity here. Tries to go himself, but Ramen comes back in that defense. Ended passes back down to Zemix behind goals. Zemix shot up to Levy. Ends up going back down to Ended. Ended with an opportunity here. Passes back down to Zemix. Zemix trying to get this one back to Levy at the moment. Levy trying to look for a good step, gets the pass off to Zemix. Zemix almost a great shot there, but Joycey was in defense and ready. Joycey sets that one up for ended. Unfortunate stuff, but the defense does come back in. Still no points, 2 minutes down on the clock. Levy bringing this one back down behind goals. Trying to give his teammates an opportunity to move up the field. Gets around, almost gets around Joycey, ends up going down for Zemix. Zemix setting them up for ended, a little bit too gentle there. Ends up with Rabbit intercepting, Rabbit up to Joycey. Joycey taking a shot, not able to make it happen though. Getting close to goals at the moment. Ramen taking this one in front. Joycey, good setup, but there was nobody there to receive it. Zemix ends up with the puck, taking this one back down behind his own goals. Again, just trying to get Joycey out. Does manage to get him to follow through. Tries to pass up to Levy there, but Rabbit dives on it. Rabbit trying to look for the shot, not able to get it off. Ends up with Joycey back down behind goals again. Levy bats on back down, giving Zemix some good possession. Zemix gets the boards pass up, but doesn't land where it needs to go. Ramen over to Joycey. Joycey trying to step around Levy at the moment, doesn't quite get it off, ends up clearing back down to goals. Zemix comes up with the puck. Gets the one up for Ended. Ended. Pass back to the center of the field to Zemix. Zemix to Levy. Levy trying to get around Ramen at the moment. Good contest there. Ends up with Joycey trying to intercept. Levy comes up with it and takes the shot. Good stuff there from my boy Levy. Just that quick little dash ends up getting him the room that he needs to take that shot and land it. Ended and Rabbit on the face-off again. Ended taking this one. Gets one back down to Levy. Some more possession going towards the Sydney Gafs. Goes up to Zemix. Zemix not able to land the pass on that one. Hovers in front of goals. Joycey big in defense at the moment, trying to keep that puck from sailing in. Puck ends up with Ended. Ended getting pressured by Rabbit. Goes back down to Levy. Levy up to Zemix. Zemix trying to get to Ended, but again, that defense from the Cream team and coordination is making it difficult to find gaps at the moment. Joycey trying to get that one to Rabbit, but Ended good intercept, ends up clearing back down to Ramen. Ramen bringing this one up. Trying to get that one past Zemix, ends up doing it. Joycey tries to get back down to the center of the field, but it goes a little bit too wide. Ends up with Ramen. Boards pass up to Rabbit. Rabbit not able to get onto that one quick enough. Levy ends up with the puck for the Sydney Gafs. Levy bringing this one up the short side on the right-hand side of the field. Trying to look for a good step here, not quite able to get it. Tries to get the shot himself, but it's a little bit too wide. Ends up with Ramen and Ended contesting behind the goals for Cream Team. 1 minute 20 left on the puck. Ramen moving up the field here. Gets a good pass off to Joycey. No, Joycey not able to maintain possession on that one, though. Rabbit has to clear that one. Ends it with the Levy with the puck again. Levy trying to look for a good pass here. Probably over to Ended. Goes to Ended. Ended not able to get a touch on the puck that he wants. Ends up with Ramen and Ended back down behind the Cream Team's goals. Ramen moving this one up. Intercepted there by Levy, who doesn't quite get the possession that he needs. Ramen with the puck at the moment. Opportunity. Hits posts. Not able to make any points come off of that, though. Unfortunate there for the Cream Team. 45 seconds left to go in the first period. So far, Sydney Gafs with the lead, but it's a narrow one at 1 point. Ramen with an opportunity, not able to get the shot off. Ends up with Zemix. Zemix bats it out at 1 away. Joycey getting on back down to Rabbit. Zemix caught out of the play a little bit there, not able to get any possession on that puck. Ends up with Levy. Goes up the short side of Joycey up to Zemix. Zemix with a shot. It was on point, but good defense there by Rabbit. Ends up with Ended going over to Levy. Back down to Zemix again. And Joycey takes that one back for the Cream Team. Moving this one behind goals. Just trying to get some good possession here. Goes for the shot himself. A little bit risky there, considering that both Zemix and Ended were in the line for that one. But regardless, the Cream Team do end up with possession. 3 seconds left. Joycey just maintaining that possession, trying to make sure that that period doesn't go any worse for them. Sydney Gafs 1, the Cream Team 0. Very, very close. No subs this game, so they won't be switching any players out. And they will proceed with the same teams. Let's see how the second period goes. Again, it's just Sydney Gafs' experience at the moment, doing a very, very good job at keeping the Cream Team at bay. Levy and Rabbit right now on the face-off. Ends up with Ended, passing on back down to Levy. Levy bringing this one up, trying to look for a good opportunity to pass here. Very gentle over to Zemix. Zemix has to get that one back down to Levy. Levy goes back up for Zemix, a bit more forceful that time. Zemix over to Ended. Ended not able to get a touch on that one, though. It was lifted a little bit too high for him there. Ended, good contest to try and maintain possession on his puck for the Sydney Gafs. Zemix does end up taking the shot, hits posts, not quite able to do much about that. Sorry, that ended up hitting net. My apologies. Joycey at the moment bringing this one up. Good shot there, but Levy only just manages to get the save. Ramen trying to capitalize on a point by crashing the net, but not quite able to do it. Puck ends up with Ended at the halfway mark. Ended trying to get past Ramen. Ramen ends up with the puck. Good takeaway there. Pass back down to Rabbit. Goes a little bit too far, but does end up with the Cream Team in possession right now. Rabbit trying to get past Ended. Ended ends up clearing. I doubt he expected to come up with possession there. And then it's back up with the Rabbit going up to Zemix. Zemix almost gets the opportunity for a shot off. But again, Joycey just in defense being very, very useful to the Cream team right now in both offense and defense. Puck ends up with that man. And never mind, Zemix manages to come away with the puck. Trying to get this one back down to Levy probably. Very gentle. Still Joycey pressuring that play there. Just almost manages to get the pass out to Ramen as well. Actually does here, but Ramen's not quite in line for it. Ramen going back down to Joycey behind goals. Ends up with Levy coming up with the puck. Good step there. Keeps Joycey out of the play. Gentle pass over to Ended. Ended almost able to take that one perfectly. Good shot. Sits dead in front of goals, but Rabbit is able to get the save on it in the end. Zemix gets that one up to Ended. Ended getting that one back down to Levy. Levy going for Zemix again off of a head bounce. And Levy ends up with the puck once more. Levy trying to get around Joycey here. Joycey just keeping that pressure on, going down that same line, the same side of goals as Levy. Ends up going up to Zemix. Zemix probably looking for a pass over to Ended here, but might have to go back down to Levy, sorry. Ended on the short side of Joycey at the moment. Gets it out a little bit. Centered. Not the greatest. A little bit of a miscomm there, but still a good outcome. Sydney Gafs with possession. Levy goes up to Zemix. Zemix right now with an opportunity to take the puck away from the Cream team. Not able to get it off though. Ended with the puck. Very, very gentle there. Probably not intentional, but either way, Ended does end up back with the puck. It takes the shot as well. Some very, very good looking movement there from our lad. Good stuff. Tight angle as well. Zemix and Rabbit on the face-off at the moment. Rabbit overturns possession to the Sydney Gafs. Again, they're maintaining a lot of possession so far from what I've been able to tell. Joycey with a takeaway, running this one up the field. Gently, almost gets that one in the goals, but Zemix and Levy are there. They won't let that one go in. Levy at the moment with the puck, bringing this one up. Going up for Ended. Ended getting them back down to Levy, but Ramen might come up with it here. Trying to get some possession for the Cream team. They've been really lacking in this period in terms of possession. Levy bringing this one back down behind goals. Ramen just trying to keep a good mark on him. Not able to, though. Some good stick handling and dashing there from Levy. Does manage to free up the puck over to Ended. Ended running this one up the field. Takes the shot, but some lucky, unfortunate defense there by Rabbit in the right place at the right time. Keeps the puck from just drifting in. Zemix taking the long shot there. Ends up trying to get it to Rabbit and Ended, but ends up with the Cream team coming away with possession. Levy putting on some pressure here. Rabbit trying to do a little bit of a risky play. Doesn't quite end up the way he wants it to, but he does get back with possession and overturns to Levy. Levy trying to get some steps around Ramen at the moment. Not quite able to do it. Some good pressure in the defense there from Ramen. Ends up with Ramen with a puck again. Going up to Joycey, but intercepted by Zemix and just the defense not able to compete there. Puck bounces off, gets over to Joycey and over to Rabbit. Again, Joycey proving his worth for the Cream team. Puck ends up with Rabbit, taken away by Levy at the moment. Ended, does end up with some possession and gets back down to Levy. Levy going back up, some good plays on boards there. Ended over to Zemix. Zemix opportunity. Does manage to get the head bounce off of Levy into goals, but it doesn't quite get in there. Ramen in defense. Levy trying to get around Joycey at the moment. Joycey not letting it happen. Stonewalling him, making sure that he doesn't get the wrap that he wants. Pass over to Joycey was a little bit off. Ends up with Zemix in possession at the moment. Trying to bring this one up for the Sydney Gafs. Looking for a pass up to Levy. Does get it off. Levy probably looking for Ended at the moment. Might go back down to Zemix. Ends up going for Zemix. Zemix over to Ended. A little bit too high and quick for him to do anything about that one there. Ended goes back. Trying to give Levy some more possession. Doing a lot of back play and a lot of work here for the Sydney Gafs. Setting up a lot of points. Trying to get around Rabbit at the moment. Trying to take a man out of the defense. Does manage to do it. Zemix with the puck at the moment. But some good bumps there from Ramen keep the Sydney Gafs from making a play. Puck ends up with Joycey. Joycey going over to Ramen. Ramen trying to get that one off the boards over to Rabbit. A little bit of a miss there, but ends up with Joycey. Joycey, good setup for Ramen. Ramen not able to capitalize on it, though. Ramen might be looking to go back down to Joycey here. Very gentle, trying to get to Rabbit, probably, but doesn't quite end up the way he wants, as Ended does manage to get an intercept and giving it to Zemix. Zemix getting contested and harassed here. Does end up with Ended in the middle of the field, though, and almost some more points for the Sydney Gafs. Joycey bringing this one up to the end of Sydney Gafs. 13 seconds left to go on the clock. Ends up with Ramen at the moment. 10 seconds. Ends up being a clear. Rabbit not able to capitalize off that pass. Unfortunate. Ended almost gets a very, very clean shot at the end there. But either way, that's the end of period 2. 2-1. Sydney Gafs in the lead currently. Again, very, very tight match so far. Exactly what I was expecting when I was talking about just the Cream team's innate talent at the moment with team plays and coordination versus the Sydney Gafs level of experience. We're seeing a lot of those plays that Sydney Gafs like to make happening, but the Cream team are also putting on a lot of defensive and offensive pressure in their passing plays. Looks like that we're getting into the third and final period, the deciding factor of this match. Let's go ahead and see what this last period has to hold for us. Sydney Gafs right now with possession, ends up getting this one back down to Levy. Levy does get that one away from Raman, goes up to Zemix, a little bit too wide, ends up with Joycey. Joycey trying to get that one away from Zemix. Zemix does get the puck at the moment, trying to move that one up the field, but Rabbit bats that one over to Joycey from a good pass from Raman to Joycey, just not able to finish on that one there. Some panic defense, keeping that puck from crashing in goals. Almost points for the Cream team. Very, very easily could have equalized the match there, but Sydney Gafs with their defense just working out. Ended opportunity, setting that one up for Zemix. Zemix with the whiff. Unfortunate that he couldn't quite get that one off. Ends up with Levy. Sydney Gafs still in possession and leading by 1 at the moment. Zemix bring this one out to the center of the field. Trying to get past Joycey. Ends up going up to Levy. Levy with a good shot there, but a little bit too wide, especially with that awkward angle though. Zemix with the puck at the moment for Sydney Gafs again. Ends up being diffused by Raman, getting over to Joycey. Joycey bats it one back down to Zemix, and Zemix bringing this one up the field. Hits Joycey off of a pass to Ended, and Zemix in defense at the moment. Good stuff. Rabbit misses the shot on that one there, and Ended will try and bring this one back up for the Sydney Gafs. Boys pass over to Levy from Ended. Levy gets that one sent to Zemix, but it's a little bit dangerous there, going close to goals. Didn't drift in though. Puck ends up back with Raman. Raman, pass up to Rabbit, not able to land it though, ends up overturning possession. Never mind, Rabbit does get that one back down to Raman. Raman trying to center that one for Joycey. Joycey not able to make a play at it, ends up giving up possession back to Zemix, who goes to Ended. Ended trying to get that one off the boards. Same with Joycey. Joycey not able to do it though. It's traveling all the way down the field on boards at the moment. Ended trying to get around Rabbit at the moment. Does actually manage to do so, but has to get back on possession for it. Ended and Raman at the moment, contesting for the puck at the moment, ends up with possession for Cream Team. Joycey will harass Levy here to try and get him and force a pass. Does end up with Raman. Raman trying to get that one up to Rabbit. Not able to do it though. Ended with the intercept. Ended moving that one down the end of the field. Does manage to get the puck off of Raman at the moment. Can he make something of it? Gets the pass back down to Levy, and Sydney Gafs are back in possession of the puck again. Levy moving this one up the field over to Zemix. Zemix going back down behind goals. Try over to Ended. Ended trying to center that one up for some points, but not able to get anybody in position there. Zemix moving this one back. We'll go for a pass around to Levy. Levy letting that one go through. Raman putting on some good pressure here. Quick pass there from Levy. Goes to Ended. Ended centering that one up for Levy. Head bounce over to Zemix and Rabbit behind the goals of Cream Team. Raman right at the moment passing that one back down to Rabbit. Getting some good clean possession for the Cream Team. Pass goes up to Raman again. And just Rabbit trying to make some points off of that play there. Not much is happening though. Ends up with Levy again. Levy getting that one up over to Ended. Ended not able to make a clean receive on that. Goes along boards over to Zemix. Joycey does manage to get some good bumps. Center of the field for Levy at the moment. Good touch there by Raman. Diffuses any plays that could have gone there. Levy moving this one up the field. He's in the front at the moment. Tries to pass to Ended or Zemix. Neither of them want it though. No one was taking that one. Puck drifting out to the center of the field for Raman. Not much happening there. Ended does manage to get the clear down though. And a lucky shot there from Rabbit. Goes the full length of the field. Nobody in defense ready for it. The perfect angle. That's the equalizing point as well. 2-2 with 2 minutes to go in the last period. Zemix clears that one back down to Levy, maintaining some good clean possession. Levy trying to move this one up. Passes over to Zemix. Zemix going around behind the Cream Team goals over to Ended. Ended having to do a little bit of trickery on the boards. Gets the puck up to Levy. Levy to Zemix. Zemix with the opportunity for a shot and manages to convert the points. They answer back from a lucky goal from Cream Team with some hard-earned points. Sydney Gafs back in the lead with 1:30 left on the clock. Puck ends up back down in possession of the Cream Team. Ended with some good touches on that one. Just a little bit of an intercept. Ends up with a clear. Joycey moving that one up to Rabbit. Rabbit ends up getting the puck taken away from him, but Raman does manage to get back down behind the goals for Sydney Gafs and get some more possession. Sets that one back down for Joycey. Joycey, unfortunate there, ends up with Ended taking possession and just getting some clean and easy points. Sydney Gafs' lead now looking much bigger. 2 points to 4. Raman does manage to overturn the puck there. Unfortunate stuff. Zemix will take this one back down to his own goals. A little bit of a dangle there, but Raman does manage to get possession back and overturns to Ended. Zemix behind his own goals right now. Pass up to Ended. Ended, good receive there. Trying to get that one over to Levy, but Levy had already moved up the end of the field by the time that puck got there. Pass over to Joycey, ends up getting intercepted by Ended. Rabbit, wall bounce, trying to get that one up, set up for Joycey. Joycey almost touches that one in with a precise shot there, but it hits posts. Unfortunate stuff. Rabbit to Joycey at the halfway mark. Joycey trying to set that one up for Ramen, but Zemix does get a good touch on it. Clears down to Zemix. Zemix to Ended. Ended almost with a clean receive there. Zemix being contested and harassed by Ramen at the moment. Zemix opportunity. Goes back down behind goals. Levy will try and get a touch on this. Does manage to get possession right now. Joycey manages to get the puck back, sorry. And ends up getting it to Ramen. Ramen bumped by Ended. 12 seconds left to go on the clock. Can Sydney Gafs get another point? Let's see here. Rabbit clears. Just try and make sure that the half doesn't go any worse than it already is. 1 second. And Sydney Gafs take the point. Saved by the buzzer, perhaps, as Ended could have gotten another point right there at the end. But regardless, that's the game. Sydney Gafs 4, Cream Team 2. Good stuff from both teams. Good stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the statistics. I just go ahead and run my program, and hopefully these are on the right side right off the bat. Looks like it, yeah. Alright, so Sydney Gafs, 36% goal score success rate versus 33%. So they both got roughly the same amount of opportunities. Well, in terms of percentage-wise. When you take a look at the actual shot count, though, 11 shots to Sydney Gafs, 6 to the Cream Team. Just that experience is able to make sure that they get to that side of the field that they want to get to and make sure that they can pull off the moves that they want to pull off. A lot of confidence in their players as well, and a lot of confidence in one another. 4 saves to 7, so a lot of pressure on the Cream Team in terms of defense. And of course, possession wins games, 69%, lovely number going towards Sydney Gafs versus Cream Team, 31% possession. Regardless though, it was an absolutely great match, really, really tight. really tight game. 7 face-offs to 2 in favor of Sydney Gafs, so they got a lot of early leads in terms of starting off from the face-offs. And of course, a very, very big difference. 82 passes to 41 passes in favor of Sydney Gafs. All right. Well, for the moment, that just about wraps it up. I don't think that there's any other games on for Pro League. I'll go ahead and take a look if there's anything going on for Open League at the moment. If there is, I'll go ahead and stream one of those games. Oh yeah, there's a 9:30 game. No, never mind. That's the one that I just did. 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. Rat Pack versus Spruceoid Games. Yeah. There's a pro game going on at 11. Yeah, I was looking for something to do in between the games. But yeah, I'll go ahead and get ready for that match. And we'll be right back, I suppose.